What's up, gang? We're gonna play Ultimate Alliance. We're gonna do a playthrough of Marvel Ultimate Alliance. I loved this game 15 or so years ago. I thought it was super fun, and with quarantine, I really wanted to just get back to that sort of like I've been feeling a ton of nostalgia for the older games that I used to love. So we're gonna begin our story. We're gonna do a hard, and this is actually really interesting. If you look, I just beat this game on hard not too long ago, just to sort of remember how to play the game. And look at that, 11/22/2005. Holy moly, 15 years ago was the last time I played it. So we're gonna start with our most recent saved data because I have a bunch of, I have some leveled up characters and all that. It'll be a little more fun as we go through it. But the cinematics in this game were freaking sick. I think they were done by Blur, and they're really well realized for all the characters that are that show up. Doom looks amazing. His design for this game is really cool. At least in the cinematics, he looks a little wonky in game. Nick Fury looks sick. For those of you who only watch the MCU stuff, he was originally white, and the Sam Jackson that you see in the movies came from the Ultimate Universe, and that's actually the Ultimate Universe is the outfit that Thor's wearing. That's why you don't see him in his standard Asgardian fare. Cap, same with Cap. This is actually I believe the Ultimate version of Cap. We're not going to be wearing. So we've got Wolverine, Steve Bloom, who I don't think I ever need to hear him voice a character ever again. Taking on Wolverine again. The homicidal midget. Midget is probably not the right word to use. The homicidal Canadian. The homicidal Canuck. Spider-Man, super fun in all these cinematics. And you'll notice that's an Ultron bot. That's not a Doom thing. You get a good idea of the spider strength here, where he just smashes a couple of robots together. No big deal. And then we have a really cool Cap moment coming up. Oh, boom! Cap is actually one of my favorite characters in this game. He's probably my second favorite character to play. Just a really all-around solid character. He can do a lot of damage. He can support well. He can actually probably solo the game by himself if he felt like doing that.
That dude
does scare me. So we have Spidey, Cap, Wolverine, Thor helping to defend the Helicarrier versus Doom and Ultron bots. And we're very quickly going to switch all those characters out except for Cap. And we're going to, we're going to play some characters that we really like. Specifically, we're going to play Cap, Cyclops, Thing, and Sabretooth. So Cap here, we have him in his US agent outfit, and we can go over some of that stuff actually later. But we're going to do Cyclops. We're going to have him in his classic outfit. We're going to get rid of Thor, even though I like playing Thor. We're going to go with Thing.
The Thing.
Because my name is Ben, and his name is Ben. And we're going to get rid of Wolverine for his arch enemy, Sabretooth. And I think everything's probably fine here, as is.
Let's hit him hard, team.
So Cap is all about knocking goons down with his shield toss and beating the living crap out of them while they're on the ground. Thing is a stun bot. Sabretooth is all about using his something like Slash Frenzy or something like that to just eviscerate enemies. And Cyclops is all about using his focused beam. So this is Cyclops is my favorite character. So his abilities here, that's a focused beam. He can do that. He can charge it up, and he can do a wider beam. And if you haven't played this game or you're unfamiliar, there's some really interesting like janky stuff with his unfocused beam. That's if it's if it's charged. So this guy will like almost never get unstunned. It takes forever to unstun. If you'll notice, he's still stunned. So that's wild. Uh, in this game, you have you can use your powers on a lot of different stuff. There's a lot of different powers that your heroes have, and you collect these shield coins to improve your character's outfits. You can also collect a bunch of whatchamacallit, a little like health and mana packs. So yeah, let's get to it. Cyclops actually has a lot of flavor in his kit, which is kind of surprising for like a DLC character. He has a unique, like ground blast, so he, just uses his visor to shoot the ground, which is great. Feels really cool. He also has a unique, like pop-up, which is great for then a follow-up fully charged focus. Boom. So let's see. Can we just kill this dude in one go? Oh, that's the one thing that is a little frustrating about Cyclops. So anyone that is highly mobile, and anytime your teammates knock people around, can mess up your charged focus or your charged blast, because that's just you can't move. Otherwise, you can't aim it after starting it. So actually, watch this. We can shoot people through walls. Whoa. Or my teammates can just open it up. But in most cases, for most enemies, Cyclops can one-hit kill all of them. Boom. With his optic blast so powerful at this point. So the cool thing about this character, outside of just the optic blast, he only has like 2 good abilities. Actually, let's go over Cyclops' abilities because he's my favorite character and I want to talk about him. Optic Beam, you can charge it. You can charge it for unfocused, and you can charge it for what is it? There's a focused damage, and then there's a larger spread. The spread knocks down and also stuns for basically ever, and the focused version just does a ton of damage and knocks down, like a ton of damage. What we are doing here, we've got his max health increase, so we're wearing his classic outfit. We're increasing his max health. We're increasing the optic damage to all of his optic blast powers, and we've got his defense up. The reason we're doing that is we also have a Tuma's Wrath equipped, which increases our power damage by 25%. So we're looking at 40% extra power for each optic blast ability. He also has some other moves. So Optic Stream is you just mash, or you don't even mash, you just hold the button and he just fires small optic blasts. For me, it doesn't really feel worth it. Roundhouse Kick is kind of cool because it does a bunch of damage actually, but it's just not that great a move. Yeah, he's not really a striker. This is his only physical, melee ability. Ricochet Blast is amazing. Does a bunch of bounces as you level it up, and it does damage on, throughout. You can hit people multiple times if you get them at a good angle. Optic Explosion is tremendously bad. Actually, I'll show that off in a bit, but you kind of like knock people away from you. You don't really need that, especially because you can dodge roll. Beam Power is great, increases your beam attacks, right? Like, that's good. Combat Expertise, you get less damage, but honestly, this game is not hard enough where you really need to be optimizing for damage reduction. So yeah, I'll show you. So we have the Optic Blast and we have the Ricochet. What we are not using is this, which is fine. It just, I don't find it as satisfying. This is the Kick. Woo-hoo. It's just not very fast. This is the Optic. So you kind of like, who cares? Like, it doesn't do that much damage, especially not compared to Optic Blast. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to stick with that. Oh, and the other cool thing is we have Cap in his US Agent outfit, and we have Skill Boost. So occasionally you'll get these absurd crits because you're doing your Optic Blasts are doing 3 levels higher than they normally would. So those guys are stunned for forever. We can take care of them as we want. Boom. Done. Again, that stun, I feel like that stun is unintentional. It lasts for forever. Granted, you can't do it against bosses or anything, but takes forever. Cyclops makes this. I know that there's other like ranged characters who do a better job than him, but he's just so friggin' fun to me that it doesn't matter. I love this character. Friggin' awesome. So you can also do this. You notice it's going back and forth and nailing dudes, which is also very, very fun. And we also have this extreme. So let's show it off. So this is Cyclops has a cool extreme. Boom, boom. It actually it's probably the longest extreme in the game for whatever reason. And then he does this, which actually it looks amazing. Like this is cool. But oh my god, I killed him already. All right. I guess yeah. At a certain point, the enemies don't. There's probably a hard. I've never actually replayed this. This is going to be a complete beasting then, I suppose. So the extreme adds a lot of flavor to Cyclops. That feels really good. So that was you should not. That was, if you'll notice, or excuse me, if you remember, my power is only supposed to do like 450 fully charged. That did 800. That did 600. Not even, or that was fully charged. So that's Cap helping out, as well as Atuma's Wrath doing extra damage. So we have Cyclops does some beefy friggin' damage in this game. So all we're doing is we're on the Helicarrier. We're trying to stop the bad guys from effing it up. We've been playing a lot of Psych, so let's do. Sorry, Nick.
Thanks for responding to my SOS. So the Helicarrier's under attack.
Super villains called the Masters of Evil. So that's a classic team from the comics. It's not really made up of as many bad guys are in this one, but still a really neat call out. Now we need to go stop the nukes from decimating everything in the area. So as we go through, actually let's take a look again at one of the other interesting things about this game is you have a team. So you can assign characters to a team. And so I've built my team of Cyclops, Thing, Cap, and Sabretooth. And if you play with this team throughout, your team will get points as they complete side missions, as they complete main quests, and you can take those points and you can put them into different stat abilities. So like right now, all of my characters have 125% max health, right? You can get max energy. So the first thing, if you are playing this game again, do extra damage, right? Get more XP so that you can. So like this is always kind of cool. Don't really need max energy though. I kind of want to see what Team Tactics does. It builds more momentum, which fuels your extreme attack. So I'm curious to see how well we can build it up there. So now we're going to help Nick and his team stop the nukes. And you know what? We're going to save it. I can't tell you how many times I forgot to save because modern games they don't have a ton of saving. And yeah, I had to replay giant missions that I just because I quit the game. That was very frustrating. So we've talked a lot about Cyclops. Let's talk about Cap next. So Cap has this move here, which increases his melee damage speed, or melee attack speed, and his melee damage. So one of the things that we do, bad guys are messing with the energy converters. What we do is we toss our shield and then we beat the living crap out of them on the floor because you actually do extra damage when they're on the ground. And a cap attacks super fast. So like bonk, and that's it. Obviously Cyclops is one-shotting these dudes, but like that's it. Also, you'll notice Cap's shield is really fun. It kind of bounces around and eventually returns to him. You can also guide it. So if you hold the button, you can guide it. He has some other moves, but I feel like the shield toss is probably better. So you also have this, which you can charge up and knock opponents away with. Most characters have a move kind of like that, where there's a physical ability. Thing has literally the exact same thing, a chargeable strike. If you take a look, this is basically the same as Cap's, but we'll go over him in a bit.
Will do.
So right now, we just really like rocking. Honestly, Cap and Psyche are my two favorite characters in this game. They're just super fun. Very simple. Honestly, the whole game is super simple, but... And actually, let's take a look at Cap's powers. So we have a lot of cool, like one of the things that I wanted for the current build that I'm doing, not so much shield mastery because I only use shield toss to knock people down, but I wanted melee damage, skill boost, so if I do decide to hit somebody, maybe I get a little extra damage. Plus it's a great support ability for the team. You also have energy shield. I don't like this move at all. It doesn't feel good to use. It doesn't feel interesting. But basically, instead of doing normal or physical damage, you do energy damage. Because Cap has had energy shields in the past. It's kind of a cool thing. It just doesn't feel very good. I don't think it was very well realized. So here we also have Cap can move around real fast and charge into enemies and stuff. Again, just not a move that feels very good to me. This is again our shield thingy. But we're going to keep it, yeah, we like to keep this. And then he has two different supports. One of them boosts all of your team's defense. So he has the same ability as Cyclops. And let's just boost his health again, or his melee damage and attack speed. We're going to knock this dude down, and like, that's it. Oh, they also have, so enemies can have get up attacks. And that was a good, I know a lot is happening as we're beating the living crap out of everything. But let's see if we, yep, so there you go. You can typically just like, usually get a couple of hits on dudes. And then as it ricochets off walls, which feels very Captain America. Like that always feels really good to me. Cap's Extreme is a very cool shield toss. It's a big radial attack that does a ton of damage. No, it does not do a ton of damage, but... Oh, these dudes are energy resistant, so Cyclops is actually not a great character to use at this specific point in the game. But that doesn't really matter, because he does... Or we have other characters who do a bunch of physical damage. Occasionally, you can pick up items found throughout the levels. They break pretty easily, except for some of the stuff, see, as you'll notice, mine is already gone. Whatever that was. Oh, this guy's vulnerable to pop-up. So you'll notice later on some enemies will have specific stipulations that you need to do to make them not invincible. And that is one of them. Oh, let's see, how little damage does this guy take? Yeah, very little damage. But Cyclops can still dish it out despite them being energy resistant. I don't think I ever went over... Oh, that's actually kind of cool. Cyclops, when he does his normal heavy, that is counted as energy damage. That optic blast up into the air, which I think is cool. We never went over this. So you have your normal attacks, AAA, if you're on Xbox, just a normal attack. You have AAB, which is your pop-up, and you have ABA, which is a trip. You also have a charge, which you can charge up. Some characters have better charge-ups than others. You also can grab people, throw them around, which is always fun. Oof, damage. Okay, leave me alone. You can also do this, and you can sort of end your combo in a really powerful attack. Ooh, 1,000 damage. That feels so good to actually do. The other cool thing is, as you're charging abilities, in most cases, you cannot be knocked out of that charging. So you'll take a bunch of damage if you mess up, and you eat a big Galactus blast or something. But in most cases, you'll be just fine. You can also, each character can block. Cyclops has the most badass blocking animation of anyone in the game. I'm not familiar with everyone's, but the fact that he literally just, fucking, puts his chest out. What a boss, dude. What a boss. Like, Cap needs a shield, hides behind his shield. Friggin',
Why not?
even the Thing. His big rocky arm, Sabretooth, the same deal. But no, not Cyclops. Cyclops is toughest dude around. Bring it on. So yeah, we're just gonna keep on going through this game, beating the crap out of everyone we see. Ultron bots ain't got nothing on us. I think the last time I played through this game, so actually let's go through, let's make sure that, so he has all the good moves I want him to have. So this is like something frenzy, and that is the whole reason I use Sabretooth. I think it's called Talon Frenzy. So it's super powerful right now, doing 139 damage per hit, and you saw how fast he attacks. So he is capable of straight up eviscerating enemies. Let's destroy this and stop the nukes from launching. So he also has a couple of decent moves now that we've gone over, Cap and Cyclops. This is really the only move I use, but he also has a dash attack, so if he knocks an opponent to the ground, he sort of mauls them. He has his standard attack there. That's literally it. It's not very interesting. He has this. It's sort of an area of effect. And then he also has this, where he kind of goes forward and then does a backflip, hitting characters. But these are probably the coolest moves. So you notice he sort of mauled them there. Doesn't do that much damage. So really, Talon Frenzy is the way to go, because you just chop through people like they were nothing. Oh. Though this honestly is kind of fun. There we go. And man, it does like 0 damage. He also has a like, this roar will cause enemies to take more damage, so they have less defense. Not great, we were too late. Of course, not really. But then Bullseye pops out. Let's see how quickly we can kill him with Cyclops.
Yes.
Let's see how many shots it takes to shoot him in the face and just straight up kill him. I think he's a little more frisky and moves around a little bit more quickly than a lot of other enemies.
Well, aren't you just an
I wonder what he says if Daredevil's
you
around.
wouldn't be trying to stop the Hey, sorry.
All right.
I choose.
Alright, let's see. Oh, got me in the face. Oh, 1,000 damage. Oh, another 1,000 damage. Goodbye, Bullseye. Oh, I love Cyclops. Obviously, again, we're wildly overpowered at this point. It's a shame that there aren't higher difficulty levels, or if there is, I'm not familiar with how to access them. Then again, these fights aren't overly difficult in the first place. And that's the one thing that I thought was always really unfortunate about this game, is there wasn't a lot of reason to build things differently, because they just weren't good that way, right? Like, or there was a lot of missed opportunities where, like, there was certain moves that maybe you could have um, instead of everything be affected by attack, maybe like for the Thing, maybe there were certain moves that got more powerful because, based on his max health, right? Just other cool ratios that you could have used uh, to do more interesting things, more interesting interactions, to provide more interesting build paths. But this game was very simple for its time and not very difficult to sort of break down.
Very well.
So yeah, the story, not super interesting. Again, what we need to do is we've found a laptop, and the Black Widow is acting awfully suspicious. So you'll find there's actually a few things that happen throughout the game that they typically will. Let's see. There's a bunch of storylines scattered throughout in side quests that you can finish as you
Am I glad to see
as
you?
you play through
Show
the
these
game,
witches-
and you'll get end scene cut screens based on how well you did specific things. So you can jump over this. Your teammates always get hit, so it doesn't particularly matter. But here we're gonna release the S.H.I.E.L.D. agents from their bedrooms, their workstations, whatever this is. They all kind of look like Dum Dum Dugan. You can tell they didn't want to spend too much time messing around with the models. And Dum Dum always wears a bowler hat. So this
Thanks
dude
for
has
setting
got.
us free.
Oh, maybe that's his
Being
hair.
trapped in our own rooms was
At
kind
least
of
in
an
the image,
embarrassing.
it
Good
looks
luck.
maybe like his hair, but they all kind of look the same. And you'll kind of get some flavor throughout, and you'll learn some different things. So like Dino Minelli Jr. Is one of the answers to one of the um, trivia questions later in the game when we get back to the S.H.I.E.L.D. base. And that's another cool facet of the game. You get some experience answering trivia about Marvel, which is always fun. I'm a big Marvel head, so that was always cool to test my knowledge. So people aren't really trustworthy of Natasha. Makes sense. She is a former Red Room bad guy, basically. Makes sense that you wouldn't feel completely comfortable having her around. And now we've got Doombots coming in to help their brethren, their Ultron brethren. We don't really want to fight him yet. We want to go check out the third room here. I can't remember if there's anything interesting in here. We've got an ultimate, so now we've got everybody ready for their ultimates. Just something about Wolverine. Hey, cut it out. You're dead. This playthrough, I'm not going to be looking for all the secrets. I'm not going to be looking to get all the comics, all of that stuff. Not super important to me this go around. Just going to be playing the game for fun. You'll see here. Whoop, can't get through. I think Cyclops can shoot. Yeah, he can. Let's see what we. Oh no, energy goes through, not Cap's shield. So let's actually, you know what? And let's go over Thing. So Thing, I like a lot. He's very one-dimensional. Like most every character in this game, to be honest. He's basically a really good stun bot. He has a Hulk hand clap wave, which always feels great. But he is an incredible grappler. So this is his throw, and then this is his like takedown. So he will grab the opponent, and then, well, aside from tossing them, he can continuously smash them into the earth, or Helicarrier. So get over here, and then let's say we grab this dude, boom, 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 and you just do it until they're dead, and it's just fun. It's fun and stupid. He has this. You'll be killing everyone in one shot once you put a few points into it. Yeah, so you've got this bad boy here. the uppercut move, which is fine. You have the hand clap, which is a stun. Currently, at its current level, I think it does 3 seconds worth of stun. Cyclops obviously does so much more with his charged attack, but this is such a quick move that it's pretty decent. So stunned. Stunned for 3 seconds. Boom. Then we also have this ground attack. It's an AoE and it actually does double damage when opponents are on the ground. But in general, I just don't find it as useful. We also have this. It's the same thing as Cap's sort of charge. You'll notice a lot of characters have similar moves. So we just stick with these. He also has 2 powers. So this buffs his melee resistance. I believe it's melee resistance and ranged. Let's see. Minus 52% melee, minus 12% from all other sources of damage. Die Hard is a team trait, but everybody's damage is lessened by 39%, but then you get plus 11 actually from other sources of damage. So a little more risky unless you know the fight you're going into is like, you know, against a melee focused character. Then it's no big deal at all. So I actually like this character quite a bit. I think he's cool. There must have been a secret up here at some point. Also maybe not. So yeah, we're gonna kick the living crap out of Winter Soldier and the Radioactive Man.
Winter Soldier, give up.
Captain America.
You have dealt.
Oh, yeah?
Winter Soldier, please.
Sorry.
I'll fight you.
I'll
Then
fight
what are
you
you
if I have to.
Time to roll.
And you're gonna have to. So we're gonna kick the living crap out of the Winter Soldier. Oh, and I forgot that you can actually tell your opponent, your dudes to do stuff. You can tell your buddies to fight. You can kind of command them around. So you have this. So holding right bumper brings up your own abilities, right? But then holding the left trigger, excuse me, you can have them follow you. You can have them take up an aggressive stance. You can have them do a defensive or a follow. And currently, when you're attacking somebody, it's good to like sort of hit the L button or the double L. You can double left trigger and you'll get your opponent so like you can do this, and then everyone will attack the dude you currently have targeted. Notice how they're all sort of doing gangbusters on this guy. So yeah, it's another neat thing. This game is actually really fun as a 2-player experience or as a team experience. Just fun. One of the things that I don't like is that you have these extremes, right? So that's L or left trigger plus Y. And it's sort of a big area of effect, sexy move. It's the Cyclops thing that we were talking about. Now, if multiple characters have it, so you'll notice that we have a spinning bar around every character. That means that every character actually will launch theirs at once as opposed to you just using it. Your chosen character using it, which is annoying. You don't always want to use every single, because especially since it takes a little while to charge it back up. You actually charge it back up using by beating dudes up with melee attacks. Where'd they go?
We're up here.
Yes.
So obviously at this point, everyone is pretty garbage compared to us. I'm very surprised that the game doesn't scale into doesn't scale for damage. That seems like something that they would want to do, or doesn't scale to your level. Excuse me. But what do you do? Boom. I don't even know why I'm collecting all these things. I think it's because I want to power up people's outfits, I guess. So here we are. We got to go around and beat up other dudes. Oh gosh, that's right. You also have aerial attacks, which are like basically useless.
Now that was fun.
So we've got to stop these dudes from doing bad things. So we have a striking upgrade here. You can get different power-ups for your characters throughout the game. Striking improves our melee attack damage, because all I really want Cap doing is increasing his melee attack. Like with this, all I want is for him to increase melee. That's a great ability to have, and I basically always give it to Cap and Thing, because they typically will use a lot of melee attacks. So let's knock this dude down.
Looks like you lose.
Got everybody running away from us because we're just so tough. And this guy's absorbing my energy, or he's eating my energy. Some of the champion, I guess the champion style enemies have different abilities. They'll they'll have extra speed, or they will have advanced genetics, which means they're way tougher to kill. Stuff like that. But that's really no big deal for us, because, they're garbage right now. We're just so dang strong. And then this lift doesn't open until later, so you'll see me, despite not needing any of this shield stuff. It's so fun just smashing things in this game. It just gives you something to do, and there aren't too many opponents really that cause you issues. There you'll see that there's some trouble in Atlantis. S.H.I.E.L.D. being the super spy agency it is tabs on a bunch of different places across the globe. And here's going to be our first use of our extreme ability here. So we're going to get everybody down here fighting and see if we can hit both Winter Soldier and Chen at the same time. So we've got Sabretooth, we've got Cap. Let's see how much damage he does to... Oh, I don't even think he hit him. Or have we killed everybody already?
Roger that.
Yeah, what? We didn't hit him at all. That was weird. Let's see. Let's see how much damage Cyclops can do here. Oh, I love this character.
Well done. I'm going.
So as you play this game, let's see. You get unique drops? You get gear drops. So we don't need a lot of this stuff, but a lot of it is kind of pointless. So you're not really taking that much damage that you need to worry about a lot of stuff, but maybe you have electricity damage like Thor and you want to equip something that improves your electricity damage. Something like that. So I like to give Cyclops body. That was before, in an initial playthrough, you start off with your base stats. He can be kind of a glass cannon. He does not take hits very well. And so yeah, I'll give him some body, but mostly we give him a focus, because in smaller rooms, you definitely want to be using Ricochet Blast. This actually, it takes up quite a bit of energy, as does Object Blast if you're using it, not charging it. The other people that you might want to give body to are dudes like Thing, just so he can stay in the middle of a fight. Really, anyone benefits from any of these, any of the power-ups throughout. There's really no right way to dish them out. Now we're gonna go to the barracks. Or no, we're gonna go up to the roof. We're gonna see. We're gonna run into our first big bad, Fin Fang Foom. You've got sort of these boss type battles that typically resolve that oftentimes involve whatchamacallit, some kind of like quick time event or whatever, and they aren't particularly fun, but it's always it's fun seeing your like characters that you never thought you'd see or fight against in one of these games. So like, dude, I never thought I'd see Fin Fang Foom in a game like this. So it is really neat to see him. So let's scoot around. Let's blast this dude. Love by him. You'll get so one of the only ways that these enemies will probably be able to kill us is if they grab us and throw us off the edge of something, which is messed up, but also hilarious. This dude, like I said, certain enemies have specific powers. This dude has energy drain. You'll also notice their thing used his stun power at the same time I used my ricochet blast, so that caused us to do a little extra damage. So ricochet, always fun, hitting multiple characters. And what's this guy got? Enhanced damage, doesn't matter. One-shot kill from Cyclops. Playing the geometry like a BA, a badass. Picking up our shield points, not that they matter, but just because we can.
I need some help with this one.
We don't really need help, but it's always fun to see your teammates sort of dish out some serious damage in a really quick amount of time. So I don't think we're quite there yet, but we're at 40 minutes, and that's a fairly long time to be playing. Fairly long video. So, let's see, I think we still have a few more sections of this level to go through. So I think we'll call it quits here, but this is the first playthrough. But you know what? I shouldn't say that, because we gotta get to a save point. There's gotta be a save point right here, right? These are the dudes you don't want to fight in Cyclops. People that are really fast and are difficult to hit. But landing that one optic blast is an immediate knockdown on anyone but bosses. So, boop. And then you can land a fully charged one right afterwards.
Was that your best shot?
Oh my god, Cyclops, you're just too good, dude. The great part about Cyclops, again, is like not only does he have some of these great moves, but he has incredible OTG power. So a lot of characters can just, smash dudes on the ground with their melee attacks. Not Cyclops. He can get fully charged beams off on opponents that are on the ground, which is, extremely powerful. Oh, looks like we can just go and fight Fin Fang Foom. Okay. So we want to block. How do we block things? By just friggin' flexing our chest. Let's get all of these. So the only thing you need to do to fight Fin Fang Foom is you need to use these gun controls and shoot him as he comes down. Oh. And maybe you get him lucky. Yep. Then you hop out. You block. And then you just hit him with a charge. And then you use optic incineration. Hopefully you get him. I don't even know if I hit him there. But he's immediately out of here because we did so much freaking damage. Let's see if we can get on him again real fast. Our teammates are busy dealing with the Ultrons. So let's hop out. Block. And then just do an absurd amount of damage. Block again. Again, just showing him our chest. And he's off again because we just did so much damage. Let's hop on here. Maybe we can get it before we go. Actually, let's see if we can charge through this. We'll take this damage. And that's it. Oh my gosh. So that's it. That's not too bad. Wasn't the most graceful battle ever. What are you talking about, Nick? That was insanely clean. It was clean, my man. Alright, so that was it. That was the Fin Fang Foom fight. We've saved the helicarrier, we destroyed the missiles that were heading for whatever city. We took out Bullseye,
Hello,
Scorpion,
team. Welcome to Stark Tower,
Winter
my
Soldier,
pride
as
and
well as
joy.
Radioactive Man.
It's 40 stories of heaven on
And
earth.
now we're going to be
It's
chilling in Stark
amazing
Tower
what
as
you
our
can
next
do with just
HQ.
a few $billion.
We are now a team? Yes.
We're now a
I've
team,
been empowered by S.H.I.E.L.D. to create a task force to stop the Masters of
and
Evil.
we're going to stop the
The
Masters of
Helicarrier
Evil
was
along
so
with a
badly
bunch of
damaged that it
other
can't be used as a headquarters.
heroes
Fortunately,
and
Tony is
more than
willing
a
to
few
let us stay
villains.
here for the duration. It has all the facilities we'll require.
Believe me, it's no problem at all. And I called in a few old friends to help us out. Feel free to walk around and meet them.
I'd suggest you meet Hank Pym first, since he's in charge
Good
of
old Hank
equipment.
Pym, the dude
The
that
Vision is
created
here as our
Ultron.
information officer.
Thanks, man.
Great. We got a computer to talk to the.
That's it. All right, gang. Thanks for watching. This was the first. This is part one of our Marvel Ultimate Alliance playthrough. Talk to y'all later.